What's your type of guy?
Black ones like you.
For real?
Yes.
Why are black guys your type?
I love them. I love them.
No baby,
smoking, drinking, fucking, and I stay ain't on nothing. Got it on me while I'm in fun shit.
Now I'm married, happily married.
Happily married. Does he speak Spanish?
No, he doesn't.
He does
Thank
not.
God.
Why do you say thank God?
You know, sometimes it's good to have secrets.
Okay. Do you date black men?
I do.
You do or you don't?
I do.
Okay.
That's all I date.
Why do you prefer to date black men?
Oh, it's just the brown skin, the way that they actually treat women is differently than Latino men. They actually, well, the black men that I've dated before, they respect you, their background and their way of treating their mom and their family is different than Latino men. Latino men don't give a about what they do to you, and if you find out that if they have a side bitch, whatever, you know, I believe the black men that I've dated, they're more respectful. You know, their wife is their wife, untouchable. You understand? So for me, it's something different. I love black men, so
I date a lot of black men, and they'll tell me how they love Latinas because we're raised to cater to our man versus other cultures. And
I can see that.
Yeah, and when I hear that, I'd be like, yeah, because Latinas are the shit, right? But then when I really think about it, I'm like, are we doing more of a disservice to Latinas? Because a lot of Latinas walking out here insecure, they're not asking for the money that they deserve, they're not negotiating at the table, they're being really quiet, they're working with their head down, they're not going for the promotion, they're, you know, lacking confidence and all the things. And so it's kind of like, it's a gift and a curse.
It is.
It's like the gift is we are raised culturally to cater to our men, and that brings us joy. Like to your point, it brings me joy. I love to cater. Like when my dad's at my house, he's a freaking king. I'm cooking for him. I'm clean. Get to get it. What you need? What you need? Right? And the same thing for, you know, my man.
Somebody came under my comments one day and was like, I'm betraying my Latino community by dating a black guy. Like, my bad that Latino men don't like me, and the only good thing that they see about me is my fucking hair. Like, let me tell you, every time, and I actually personally, like, I did date Latino men, like my own people, Afro-Latino men, but it was like 2 out of like, yeah, 2, and most of them, they were black guys. Duh, like, what the fuck, like, some of y'all are just so stupid, but, I would never date, like, I'm not gonna say I just felt like Latino men never gravitated towards me, and the ones that did were just openly racist to me. Like, the person in that comment was like, oh, you probably be around your boyfriend, your black boyfriend and his friends, and they just be openly racist to you, talking jokes and laughing at you, and I'm like, that sounds like the shit that Latino men used to do to me, and they were my only good feature to them will be my hair, because I have nice, luxurious, long hair. So, I just found it very weird, and the fact that I'm betraying, well, like I said, my bad that when I did get around other Latino men, especially the ones that were lighter than me, they will sit there and be openly racist to me, and laugh at me, and like I said, the only good thing they will see is my hair, and be like, yeah, our baby's gonna have good hair. That's weird. So, yeah.
Here's the story of how you dated somebody out of your race. Well, listen up. Here it is. This is a little crazy, weird story because my homegirl was involved and she was dating him. Don't judge me. It was my homegirl's boyfriend first. Oh, no, I'm not a hoe. Okay, stop. I didn't do her dirty. Listen to the fucking story. This is how it all started. We all used to ride the bus together. I will see them like little lovebirds over there in the front, in the bus and whatever the fuck. And, you know, we became good friends. We will always talk, all of us. In high school, yes. Until this one day, he started really getting close to me. Sometimes she wouldn't ride the bus with us because her parents will pick her up. Or she will take another bus. And there was this just one time that she told me, hey, bitch, you know, like sit next to my man and, you know, talk to him, be cool with him and everything. And I didn't think nothing of it. And I said, okay, fine. Till I noticed something weird. He just started talking to me more and everything and hugging me in a weird way. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna tell this bitch. And I ended up telling her. And then she was like, nah, it's okay. You know, he just has a lot of love for you. And I was like, okay. But you know, me, I had to watch out. So then I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna still keep my little distance and everything because I don't know. There was this one time we were riding the bus and then we were all cracking up and cracking jokes and everything. And I ended up telling her, hey, fool, like, you don't think that this fool's like doing weird stuff? Like when we hang out and everything, he wants to buy us stuff, but he always wants to give me the stuff first. I don't think that's cool. And she's like, nah, fool, he's just like that. It's okay, don't trip. And I'm gonna tell you that my homegirl was mixed with African American and Mexican. So I guess I don't know. She was cool with it, but I wasn't. So I kind of low-key kept my distance until this one time she said, hey, bitch, I gotta talk to you like now. I was like, what happened? Tell me and don't make me wait. You're not gonna believe this. I'm not pissed off at you. I'm not mad, but this is so crazy right now. I said, what happened? I just talked to my man. I was like, okay, and what? What happened? Is he okay? She's like, bitch, he said that he needed to pull me to the side and he needed to talk to me. And guess what he said? I was like, what the fuck he said? That he has a crush on you and that he cannot be with me anymore because he doesn't feel right doing this. That there was not my fault at all. I think that's just fucking crazy and wild. But you know what? More wildest thing is that she was not tripping. She was like, you know what? But it's cool though because I'm not feeling him like that. I was just there. I never had intercourse with him because I'm still a virgin. And I was like, oh shit. And I was like, well, I believe you because I was too. And right there, that's another story because I lost my virginity almost at 19. Ha! And that was crazy. And I was like, don't trip, bitch. You know, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? If you're not ready, then you're not ready. She's like, and I'm not feeling him like that. You know, like we always talk and everything, but I know that he's not for me. So if you really want to date him and everything, you could go ahead and do it. I'm not going to get pissed off. I said, okay. He has a crush on you, bitch. So go for it. That's 1 in a million that you're going to get that a homegirl like that. Shit. 1 in a million. So then my homegirl hit me with the like maybe 2-3 months later they break up and everything, and she hit me with the, hey, I'm gonna end up leaving to another fucking state, so it was a pleasure keeping contact with me and everything, and if you guys get together, you know, let me know, whatever the fuck. So far you guys been talking and I know, and it's cool, and it was cool, you know. So she ended up moving from school. She moved to another state, and then I guess he took advantage of that moment. Every time we'll be riding the bus, he will be rapping and everything. And then I used to write poetry. In poetry class, I used to write. And he's like, maybe you should try rapping. And I was like, nah, fool, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, you fucking write, so why not? So this is how I ended up rapping. And that's another story. But yeah, he kind of got me into rapping and everything. I thought it was pretty cool. So we always used to ride the bus and everything until one day, I noticed that a lot of his friends or whatever, friends that were girls, were always looking at me like weird and like giving me dirty looks and everything. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with them? You know, so what the fuck? Stupid ass fucking haters. You know how they are. He asked me out one day going home in the bus. We were riding the school bus, by the way. He was like, hey, you know, like I you know, we get along so good and everything. I wanted to ask you out. And I was just kind of like shy, like, I don't know. But my homegirl had already told me that he had a crush on me. So I was like, oh, okay. So he did tell me, hey, you know what? I had told Vilma that I had a crush on you and this and that. And, you know, I don't know if she told you. And I was like, no, she didn't tell me. Liar. So at the end, I ended up saying yes. And this is how all the fucking haters just started popping up. We started kicking it in the hallways and everything. We were always together. We were always talking and laughing and blah, blah, blah. Until this one day, this fucking stupid ass girl, new girl that hopped in the bus. She was African American as well. She started talking shit. I don't know why they're always together. I don't even know why they're together. I don't even know why the fuck he ended up breaking up with the other girl and this and this and that. She knew. I guess she knew the girl, you know what I'm saying? But she was just new in the bus route. She was like, oh my God, I can't believe that she's dating her homegirl's man and whatever. She didn't know the whole story. But anyways, it just didn't look right, but they didn't know. And the thing was that the little girl, this fucking bitch that was in the route, I was always talking shit, rumors, and I've heard the rumors, you know, that she was talking about me and everything, but I was like, whatever. If she's not coming up to my face and saying it to me in my face, then what the fuck? She a nobody. She's just a motherfucking hater running her motherfucking mouth. And that's how I took it. So, you know, I kept doing my thing until one day we were kicking it in the hallways. And one of her homegirls, the girl that was talking shit, one of her homegirls came up and she was like, hey, you know my homegirl don't like you, right? And I was like, and I don't give a fuck. Why she not over here telling me that shit? Why you telling me? And she was like, I'm just letting you know that she found out that you with such and such and da 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 da. And you guys are together. Y'all stupid. It is nobody's business. But yeah, she was over there telling me all that bullshit. And I told your motherfucking stupid ass homegirl that if she has a motherfucking problem with me, to come up to me and to tell me her motherfucking self. Why you over here telling me that shit? And she rides the same bus route as I do. Why she never say nothing? Why she always spreading rumors about a bitch, huh? And I guess she was like, oh, I don't know. I'm just letting you know, girl. So then I decided to take this shit up on myself. And I was like, hey, man, what's up with you? You know, like, I heard you talking smack. Your homegirl telling me this, and that, and blah, blah, blah. You know, she was like, well, I ain't saying nothing. If I got something to say, I'm going to tell it to my face. Do you have something to say? Because I'm right here. What's up? And she just like, whatever, bitch, you know. And I was like, don't be calling me no damn bitch. And then the static began. And it was just over the person that I was dating. I guess that homegirl that had told me, she ended up falling off with her, and she told me, yeah, you know why? The reason was because that was her crush, and then she wanted to get at him, but I guess he rejected her, and then she took it off of me. Like, what the fuck? That's not my damn fault. Bitch, you ugly. That's not my fault. But the bitch was not ugly. I guess he thought she was ugly. But anyways, that was the person that I dated out of my race in school. She wanted to jump me. She started fucking talking shit about me and everything, but my boyfriend at that time's homegirl, she said, ain't nobody gonna touch you. We got your back. Plus you got your homies and this and that. And then my homies caught wind of it. You know, there were essays outside out of the school that I used to kick with them down the street. They all pulled up and they were like, that bitch is not gonna touch you. So one of my homies decided to take this upon himself and rolled up with a couple of, I'm gonna say it was 10 deep. I was like, hey fool, there's no need to do all that shit. You're gonna get me in trouble. He's like, I don't give a fuck, homie. I got your back. And then I guess my boyfriend at the time was like, oh shit, you got the whole neighborhood up in here. And I was like, nah. They came by themselves. And yeah, one of the homies was like, fuck that shit. You know, I'm gonna run up to this bitch. And then he went over there and he told her, hey, you better not do this, that. And I was like, oh, damn. So I guess the bitch got scared. She never even talked to me again no more. She changed the bus route. She fucking changed the bus stop or whatever the fuck. She was not riding the bus. She left us alone. And there I was dating an African-American guy, which the homies at the beginning were talking shit. They were like, hey, man, you're Rasa. Why are you dating out of your race and this and that? You're stupid, blah, blah, blah. But at the end, they accepted the fact that it was just my decision. So what? I've always been that type of girl that I want to do whatever the hell I want to do. And if I want to do it, I'm going to do it. Whether you like it or you don't. That's just the decision that I want to take, and leave me the fuck alone, bro. And after high school, we graduated and everything. We were still dating. And then I decided to end the relationship after I graduated. After we left the school, we were together for like about a year and a half or something like that. But that was the story of me dating somebody out of my own damn race. Then later on in life, I got with a motherfucking Filipino. Yes, Filipino. Bitch. Yup. That is crazy and wild. But I'm not going to speak on all of them. They have a lot of similarities with us. But he was a homie too. So, I guess that made it okay. No, but that are the two races that I dated out of my race. And that was just a simple story. At the end, you going to do whatever the hell you want. Don't tell nobody going to tell you what the fuck you going to date and what the fuck you not going to date. So if you want to date a Martian, you go date a motherfucking Martian. Do whatever you want. It's your life. You sucking and fucking, not them. But you got to stay tuned for another motherfucking story. You want to know how I ended up, or I started rapping? Huh? Yeah, a lot of people have asked me that. How you started rapping, bitch? How old were you when you started doing that shit? Stay tuned for the next goddamn story. Peace.